You know what would really help is if I unmuted myself. That would be helpful too. I hear unmuting is like really good for like when you want to be actually heard by your audience. So I should probably do that more often. Wow, what a great way to start. So yeah, we start.
I have to put my earbuds on.
Yeah?
Because I'll get that.
I know.
Work?
What, your earbuds? They have before, why wouldn't they now? Hello?
Connected.
Okay, cool. Tam's gift from work. Earbuds.
I want it.
She won. She's using. Hold on. Let me make sure I've got the right mic set up here. Hold on. Jesus, that happened one time. Yeti headset. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Well,
I heard something today.
What did you hear?
They said that if you have a, let's say a basket full of food.
Yeah.
It is better not to label it vegan. If it is vegan, it's better to label it healthy. because people who are not vegan would 40% chance higher will pick that if it doesn't say vegan, just because of the word vegan.
Yeah, I believe it.
And I just thought to myself, they would go with healthy, but do they not look at the ingredient? Maybe it's not something they would want to eat. You know,
Right.
like a lot of vegan things are going to be like no dairy, right? And
Well, you know what? I can understand that, because if you look back in, I would say the 90s, it started in the beginning of the 90s, a lot of foods like tried to market themselves as being healthy. A lot of them still do today, right? But there was this weird kind of like why are you trying, like the reason that vegan is kind of like a bad term is because people annoyed other people about veganism.
I mean, vegan people are annoying.
Yes.
Oh.
Health people were annoying back in the 90s when everything was being labeled as, healthy alternative or health, low-cal, zero sugar, whatever, like that. The health people, became the annoying ones at that point. Now it's just the vegans. And in 10 years, 20 years, it'll be something else.
Yeah. And they said that even if you put plant-based, they won't pick it. Just say healthy.
Yeah, just say healthy. Yeah. I believe it.
Don't be too...
it's because you have to talk to people's biases. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of advertising is, is that it speaks to people's biases. What's going on with my oh shoot. Yeah, so now you know.
That's one I heard.
Okay.
Okay. And that's one thing I learned today.
All right.
What else I learned?
Tell me. What else you got? Yeah, probably putting your keys away is a good thing.
I want to go out.
Oh, wait. Did I put the keys away? I must have. Checking my pockets, making sure.
Make sure you don't wash it.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, sorry, I got distracted there by something on my screen.
I did too.
Anyway, yeah, so you're gonna go see your mom tonight?
No, I'm not going to.
Oh, you're not going to?
I'm gonna end up going to Costco and doing some trades.
Why at Costco?
Instead of going to Tustin where he is.
Yeah.
I just
meet you halfway.
Here we can sit outside and we grab like a hot dog or a pizza, and then we just sit outside, and it's chilly, huh?
It is. Put some leggings on, some pants, or something like that.
So that's what I'm going to do today. Right now, there's a big event coming this weekend, Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
It's going to be both days. I'm also excited. I'm going to Go Fest, Pokemon Go Fest in LA, which is next year. And
next year?
February. Go Fest is February.
Oh, that's right.
Around my birthday. So that's going to be Go Fest at the Rose Bowl.
Right.
I also told Fabrizio if he has any space on his Duffy boat, let me know.
For what?
You know how at the Balboa Island, the boat parade?
Yeah.
It's happening right now, obviously a holiday.
Okay.
So, oh, anything happening? Well, are you interested in going on the boat parade? If I can get us in, obviously I don't want to pay, it's got to be free. But it will be very last minute, most likely during the weekday because it's less busy.
Yeah.
But I just told her, like, if you want to do it, because he says that he rides the boat. Did you say ride or steer?
Sail.
Sail.
Or you can say steer, I guess.
Yeah. He steers the boat.
Navigate.
For the friends, or navigate, because it's tight and he's good at it. So he basically is there
right
playing captain. He just loves to boat.
He loves to go boating. What is up?
Project name.
Yeah, so that do be what going on. So, lots of stuff. Anyway, while she's doing all that stuff, let her do her work. I watched this morning the PeerTube live stream from the developers of PeerTube. I've talked about PeerTube here before. Talked about my interest in it. Talk about how I'm really behind it. How I love that it's not a competitor to YouTube, as they like to say. Not trying to compete with YouTube or replace YouTube, really, or Twitch for that matter. And their reasoning behind it, I think, was pretty solid. I like their approach to it, very much like their approach to it. If you look at YouTube and if you look at Twitch as being this entity which is designed to make money for other people, and so they give a little bit to the content creators, but really they're trying to make money for either their stockholders, their shareholders, whatever you want to call it, right? That's their goal, is to use people to make money and throw some crumbs at the people to keep them, interested. That's YouTube and that's Twitch. PeerTube isn't competing with that. PeerTube's not interested in that type of thinking. PeerTube is just a platform, a service of videos and live streaming to be used by, the user as they see fit, as is agreeable by the by the terms of service of the instance that they're using, right? So that's a completely different animal in that sense. They're not trying to be a YouTube competitor, not even trying to replace YouTube. They're their own entity. They're doing something different. They're not about making the big money. I found out that the developers are only just a handful of people. And they rely on things like mostly donations, 70% of the way they pay themselves, and they fund fund everything is through donations from people. And then they have some government grants in Europe. They're based in France. And I was just really, really impressed with not only their attitude, but their drive. You can see their excitement for what's coming up in 2024, which is what they were talking about. And it's just, I really want to see more things like this in the Fediverse. More, I like to think of them as public options for people. I like to think of the Fediverse as the PBS of the internet, rather than the CBS or the Warner Brothers that are, these big things, right? These big conglomerates. Or not even, I wouldn't even compare them to production places like that. I would compare them to it's a difference between getting, your water from your tap or having to get bottled water, to survive, that kind of thing. It's a difference between who you're getting, your source of it, and what is the intention of it is. And I think that's just a fantastic thing. And I was just completely blown away by it. It was just, I loved their attitude. It was a great thing to watch.
Is that the same instance that,
Huh?
we're talking about the instance that we are connected to, right?
No, we're talking about PeerTube. We're talking about Framasoft. PeerTube. So PeerTube, when I'm talking about PeerTube, I'm talking about the people that are developing the software that's being run.
Got it.
You know.
I was thinking of Mastodon.
Oh, so like the instance, like Mastodon.social.
I was thinking of them.
Yeah. No, this is, I'm talking about like the software developers, the people who put all of it together. And, you know, they have a good road plan, I think, for 2024. They're hoping to come out with a mobile app, which I think will be pretty cool. People will be able to watch mobilely. You know, they have a redesign that they want to work on because they feel like the design of it right now, you know, could be better, basically. They think it could be more intuitive. They think that what they have now and what they've been working with has been pretty much what was originally a rushed job, and they've just kind of kept building on top of it. So, and they want to make it so that the individual users can make their profile more expansive and more personal as well. So, and then they have a bunch of other goals that they want to do, which I think are fantastic. And I'm just happy if I had the money, I would chip in, you know, but I don't. So I try to help by promoting them to other people who might be able to chip in, you know, like get someone else hooked on it. See, I don't have to pay if I can get other people hooked on it that have more money than I do. That's just, I'm farming out PeerTube in that instance. But yeah, so I was just I'm looking forward to the next year, see what happens. I really think that PeerTube is going to have kind of an explosive moment during the middle of summer for them. They're already seeing a rise in instances being created, people putting more videos on it, people joining.
You really think David and Goliath?
No. See, you weren't listening to what I said at the beginning. PeerTube isn't a replacement for YouTube. It's not a replacement for Twitch.
Is it an alternative?
Not in the sense. Okay, so you have to think of it like this. I'll explain it to you like I explained it to them earlier. You have to think of it like this. Okay, what is YouTube? Now, you could say YouTube is a video service, right? That lets you live stream as well. And to a small degree, that's true. But what YouTube really is, it's a money-making service for their shareholders. Okay? The goal of YouTube is to get people to create videos, which they can put commercials on, monetize those videos in live streams to make money for their shareholders. Okay, so that's what YouTube is. That's what Twitch is as well. Okay? That is not PeerTube's goal. That is not what PeerTube is. PeerTube is a way to give people, the individual, the option to have their own set of videos and have their own, you know, live streaming option. But there's nothing trying to game you into making money for the system, right? So on YouTube, if you want your video seen, you have to game the system. You have to learn how to use the algorithm. You have to do all this other stuff, and it can be difficult. But PeerTube, it doesn't do that. PeerTube, it's up to you to bring in the individuals. Do it through word of mouth. Do it through, you know, your own private advertising if that's what you want to do. You know, but that's up to you. So in that sense, PeerTube is not a competitor to YouTube and Twitch because they're not trying to compete with them on the same playing field. See, YouTube and Twitch are competing with each other, but PeerTube isn't competing with YouTube and Twitch because they're not even in the same field. They're trying to do something completely different, right? It's like I tried to say before. It's like the difference between buying your water from a vendor versus getting it from the tap.
Oh.
The tap isn't competing with the vendor, right? Like Sparklets is not competing with my tap water, right? They're two different services. And in that's the same way that PeerTube and YouTube and Twitch are different services. So it's not a David and Goliath thing because PeerTube isn't trying to fight and take down YouTube. You know, it's not even trying to be a replacement. It's trying to be a service for people.
It's different. They're not trying to play in the same exact lane.
Yeah, no, they're not. You know, PeerTube is happy to be in the bicycle lane because PeerTube is a bicycle. It's not a car. You know, you think of it like that as well. So yeah. And I'm a big supporter of the federated, you know, services that are out there, ActivityPub federated services that are out there. And I'm always pushing them because I really believe that these things are, you know, a way to take back the internet, because I think a lot of the internet is based on corporations, and I think a lot of these big businesses have taken over the internet. The internet used to be something that was simple, that was for the user, that was user driven, you know, those kind of things. And we can get back to that. We can take that back from the corporations. Hey, what's up, Wolf? Push him up, push him. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm a big supporter. Always will be. Anyway, Wolfman, how you doing, man?
I will.
How you doing today? Wolf is in the YouTube chat saying, push him good. Push him real good. Hope you're having a good day. I know we started late today. Don't worry. You didn't show up late. We started late. Yeah, it's because reasons. I've been sick all week, and then I thought Tam might be too busy. As you'll see today, she's a little busier today than usual. We get a half Tam. Yeah. Wolf says, I was at the grocery, as they say.
Well, do you guys have Kroger's, Ralph's, Sprouts?
You're talking about
Trader
grocery
Joe's,
stores, right? Yeah. Do you have like
Albertsons? What are your, or Stater Brothers? What are your main chain grocery store names?
Tell us the names of your grocery stores, or feel a reckoning. Wash my beard today. Trying to get to cooperate with me. He says, ours, Kroger's, is a Baker's.
Baker's.
Same company.
Oh.
Baker's and Kroger's, the same company.
Okay.
Why'd you ask?
Because I know that under the umbrella of supermarkets, there's only a few major chains, and they control the distribution of food. That's why more and more stores are offering generic brand stuff. Every store does now.
Yeah.
And they have their own thing. Like you go to Walmart, whatever their white box looking thing, and then you go to Target, theirs is called Good Gathers.
Yeah.
You know, you go to Vaughn's, it's called Simply or whatever. Like they all have, like Smart Final.
It's private labeling, yeah.
Yep, it's just their own label. Like Smart Final is called First Street.
Right.
But I'm sure these factories that make them are making them for all of them.
Oh yeah, they are. They absolutely are.
Yeah, they just tweak it a little bit or whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's one thing you have to like I think there are only, is it four major grocery chains now, something like that. There are a bunch of chains, but they're all owned by the same four companies.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
It's
yeah,
all under just different names.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a weird thing. All of our food. That's the one thing I don't like about living in a condo. Can't grow our own food. We'd be growing food so much. We'd have so much canned food, honey. You ever canned food before?
Jarred stuff.
We used to do that when I was a kid. Well, yeah, jarred stuff. That's canning. When you take the jars and you
I don't do the steaming and all that.
you put them in the that's what you're supposed to do. Is you put them in boiling water, you get them all cleaned out, and then you put a small lid on, put them in boiling water, all the air escapes, all the bacteria escapes, what have you. Then you tighten the lid, and that keeps for forever, pretty much. Wolf says, we used to have Albertsons, but they closed. Here it's Baker's, Hy-Vee Family Fare, and Fairway.
Fairway.
They don't even have Trader Joe's out there. How sad.
Fairway.
It sounds like a familiar name. There used to be more grocery chains out here, and they've just slowly been whittling away.
Oh.
Getting smaller and smaller and smaller. He says they do, I think. He says Whole Foods as well. I'm guessing that's what you meant, right? With Whole Foods?
Whole Foods is Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't shop there much.
No Piggly Wiggly here. Yeah, I've been to Piggly Wiggly. I used to shop at Piggly Wiggly, and when I lived in South Dakota.
It's really called the Piggly Wiggly.
It's called the Piggly Wiggly. Has a pig on it. It looks kind of like not too dissimilar to Porky Pig. The Piggly Wiggly. I'm sorry. I'm a little buzzy. Yeah. He says Food Lion was popular when I lived in Tennessee. Yeah, I've heard of Food Lion too.
How long did you live in Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Are you mainly a Midwest guy that moved towards the West more?
Oh, excuse me. He says he lived there for a year. I've been seeing TikToks today. I guess an In-N-Out opened up in Idaho. I think it was.
Really?
Yeah. And the TikToks that they were showing was that when they opened up in the morning, or whenever they opened up, there was already a line so big that there were people who would be waiting at least 5 hours in the drive-thru to get in. They showed pictures of it, and it was just packed. I mean, cars going back for blocks. I bet you that place made bank that first day. That place probably made as much as a place can make in one day. I don't know. I like our now I you know what, now talking about this, I want our what's our burger place? Next. Yeah. Now I want a next burger.
Well, I'm not going out that way.
I know. I'm not telling you to do it.
I'm just saying it's
Go get me a burger, woman. I'm not suggesting you should. He says, I'm a wolf man, destined to roam the countryside looking for freebies. You and me both, brother. I'm still getting. I had a cold. Tam gave me a cold, which I am getting over. She infects me with the diseases of the outside world. What's up, Truth Myers?
Truth Myers. Oh God.
Someone named Truth Myers. This is McDonald's better than Burger King. You know,
True.
I think these days, yeah, that's true. I think 20 years ago, that wasn't true. But because like Burger King went through this, it was probably about 20 years ago, went through this shift, this change in management or something happened. And they changed the quality of their burgers, the quality of their fries, their onion rings. I mean, just the whole thing went down. But these days, yeah, for sure. McDonald's. I haven't been to I remember last time I went to a McDonald's. Last time I had McDonald's was probably a breakfast something or other. Probably who knows how many years ago. I don't even remember the last time. But I know McDonald's has opened up trying to open up a new restaurant, which is basically a drive-through beverage service.
Oh, really?
Called Cosmics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They'll have like maybe 4 food items, but they'll be small items. And you can't go into the actual restaurant. It's all drive-through.
You know who I think they're trying to compete against?
Who?
Dutch Brothers.
Who?
Dutch Brothers Coffee came from Oregon.
Yeah.
They sell a couple things. They're all about drive-through.
Yeah.
And they came to California. Long ass lines of people getting their coffee. You know, Eddie, my assistant, they opened that one out there and he's trying stuff out. But everyone who's tried it said their coffee's okay. It's not like worth waiting in line for. I think they're trying to capture that because
maybe.
I don't understand why people want to wait long lines for freaking coffee.
Yeah, well, they do.
Coffee should be a service item you get pretty right away.
Well, like what's really interesting is the beverages that they're offering. They're offering coffee, tea, boba, tea, like lemonades, you know, like fruit drinks, just like every drink that you Cokes, Pepsis, you know, whatever. I think they're casting a wide net and they want to see what sticks. But it's interesting. So I think it's interesting when a restaurant does this kind of thing, especially McDonald's, their whole Cosmic thing. They're going to test it out in different markets. And if it succeeds, they'll, you know, bring it out more. Because it's usually someone trying to put their mark on the company. You know, those kind of things, when companies do that, when companies have like a branch off, 9 times out of 10, it's because some CEO is probably going to retire and he wants to put his stamp, you know, put his mark on the company, that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. You know what I learned that's really interesting about McDonald's a few weeks ago, and I forgot to tell you about that, Tam.
What?
Do you know why other countries have a more diverse menu item at their McDonald's than we do? Let's see if you know. I know the reason. I know the explanation.
What I would think is they have to cater to what people like.
No, it's not it at all.
Okay, what is it?
It's not what people like. Okay. So here's the thing. When you go to smaller countries like the United Kingdom or Japan or, you know, what have you, they have they will bring items in and out all the time in the sense of on their menu. They'll change things on their menu all the time. They'll add things, they'll take away things, and they'll have more diverse things. And the reason is supply. It's about supply. So the example that I heard was that someone in McDonald's came up with the idea of like some kind of blueberry muffin or something like that.
Okay.
That they wanted to bring onto the menu. And they attempted it. But the problem was they literally had to buy all of the blueberries in the United States to match the demand. They would have to. So that's the problem, is there are so many McDonald's that they have to be selective with what they put on their menu, because if they were to put it on the menu, it would be a supply logistics nightmare. They would have to secure all those supplies for the ingredients. They would have to, ship it as well to places that weren't near the suppliers, right? And then they would have to buy a huge amount of it.
What you're saying, they do not have the supply chain set up where they are.
Yeah, well, McDonald's in the United States.
I know.
In the United States, we can't cover. There's too many McDonald's.
But overseas, is that many?
No, overseas, there's not as many, so they can handle it. Because there are fewer McDonald's overseas in each country, they can handle a more diverse menu because it's not a matter of getting the supplies.
But have you not looked inside a McDonald's kitchen? It's packed.
Yeah.
You have to store those things. You have to have stations for those extra mixings and stuff like that.
Well, no, a lot.
They have to also expand their space.
No. Because a lot of these things are everything that's brought into McDonald's as a new item is generally made so that they can be made with what's in the store. Right?
Okay.
So they don't have to bring in extra equipment to make a cherry pie, right? They can do that in the store, whatever. It's 100% about getting the supplies to the store and having enough of the supplies. Like that was the problem with the blueberry, is that they couldn't do it. They couldn't sustain it because they literally bought all the blueberries that could be bought, and they didn't have any more. And once you get to that point, well, I guess you're not selling that item anymore. And it's not a problem when you're dealing in another country where that, it's not as big. There's not as many stores. So getting the supply chain is easier. Hey, what's up, Matthew? I'm going to take a quick break really, really fast. Be right back. All right, back. I'll be back. Yeah, let's see. There's Matthew. What's up, Matthew? How you doing, sir? Kay Saller says companies no longer care about customer service. It's about the dollar. A lot of them are that way. Sad enough. Sorry. Still getting over being sick. No McRib for you, Wolfman says. Rib's pretty much my jam. Something about that McRib. But, Oh, Matthew says, I'm at Target right now. What are you getting me, Matthew? What are you getting me at Target? What do you want? Cat's harassing me. And pay attention to me. Ugh. Excuse me if I sound weird. Getting over a cold. But it's not going to get over me. Hey! Matthew says he's looking at good Hanukkah gifts.
It should be. Is it on clearance now?
Hanukkah stuff? Why?
Hanukkah was last week, right?
Honey. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, holiday stuff. If you're looking at, like, I don't know if you're looking for Hanukkah themed things, but they would be on clearance this week, I think.
Maybe, I don't know. Wolf says it's pronounced Target. It's French. That's right. Has some. Oh no, he meant a Hanukkah gelt. Oh, I read that wrong. Hanukkah gelt. I don't know what's a gelt. I'm looking good Hanukkah gelt. I have no idea what that is, man. Lost me on that. You shall have to explain. What's up, Johnny? Johnny Jiu-Jitsu Tarjwa. He goes extra fancy. You're so fancy. You're so fancy. What's going on with you, Johnny? How's life treating you, sir? Oh, Matthew says it's the chocolate coins. Chocolate coins. Okay. Got it. For Hanukkah.
Pass it around?
You give them away. I think you can use them in a couple of games. I don't know.
Why don't you know?
I can't know everything. What are you playing the finals of right now? Is there some finals going on? Was it a sports thing going on, Johnny? I have no idea. I got no clue. What's going on there? What's up? Cat. Oh, it's for teaching his kids how to play dreidel. That's right. You use the coins for playing dreidel.
Oh, there's a game involved in dreidel? I thought it's just you sit there and spin it.
No, it's a game. The dreidel is a game.
I thought it's like...
You just thought it was something to spin?
Well, you know how they have those little tops that you just spin or yo-yo? Like, I thought that was...
Like, you thought it was like a, what do they call those?
Game.
What do they call those? Like the thing where you just a Beyblade. Damn, thought a dreidel's a Beyblade. That would be actually cool. Dreidel Beyblades. No, now you're gonna get people ideas. Next thing you know, you're gonna start seeing dreidel Beyblades. Oh, that's funny. It's like, my dreidel will get your dreidel. Oh yeah, want to bet a few coins?
Is that how it goes?
Nope. Think of the dreidel like a dice. You know, each side of the dreidel represents something different. If I understand it correctly. I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things. I don't know nothing. I'm not going to pretend I know. It's like ignorant right here. Do not know. But cool. I'm glad. That's a cool thing to teach your students.
Purple.
Wolf says, I never saw 8 Crazy Nights until Saturday. It was pretty good. I think it's an animation.
Oh.
I think.
Tell them about the ones that we're watching.
Oh, Blue Eyed Samurai?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's very good. And I have to say that's very well done.
Yeah, it seems pretty good so far.
Did you tell them that I given up on One Piece?
Yeah, it was,
Production quality was too.
but it went up right when you left.
You can't. Here's your problem. You can't be showing me Blue Eye Samurai.
But you,
And
honey, they're
that.
25 years apart. 25 years apart.
And it's still going.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna watch one latest episode. I want
No,
to see
'cause I-
how involved it got.
Well, the production quality the art got better. It got the lines and
What
the
about the
drawing
writing?
is better.
What about the writing? That to me was the biggest issue.
Well, look, you got to have your expectations. It's a jovial, fun romp. You know, but from what I understand, it does start getting more serious down the line as they start to as Luffy develops and you know, his powers and his skills, and he starts meeting. I'll just tell you when it's more interesting for you, and you can catch up.
You know my standards.
I'm still watching it though. I'm enjoying it. Although it's not the same. Something I was enjoying with my love, and now I have to enjoy it alone.
I don't mind you watching it while I'm there.
No,
I mean,
no.
I kind of a little keep track, but it's
I would never want to torture you and make you watch something you weren't interested in. I have higher standards than that, Tam. But yeah, Blue Eyed Samurai is pretty cool. It's a good one. I think they're doing a good job. It's on Netflix, but a friend somehow magically is able to show it to us on his Plex. I don't know how.
we don't know how.
Don't know how he does it, but he gives us connection to his Plex, and somehow these shows on different streaming services show up when I ask him. I mean, when I tell him about them. Magic. Internet is magic. So Blue Eyed Samurai is good. I think what else we're watching. What are you guys watching out there? Anything? What's your top 3 shows right now? Let us know in the chat. Let us know what your top 3 shows are that you're watching. I'd probably say mine is Blue Eyed Samurai is pretty good. Fargo has my interest so far, has kept my interest the last 3 episodes that we've watched. I don't know. We're kind of like in a dry season right now. There's not a lot of shows that are out. The second season of Julia.
That's good.
That's good so far. Enjoying that. But Wolf says everybody hates Chris, King of the Hill, and wrestling. Wolfman is, of course, living in the 90s.
We've already seen everyone hates Chris, didn't we? That's a Chris Rock right?
Yeah, well, not. Yeah, it's about him, supposed to be about him being a kid.
Did we ever watch it?
I think we were watching it a little bit. I don't know if we ever finished it. Did we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're the one who controls it. I don't know.
I don't
Me,
know.
every time it ends, I just think that's the season ended.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
There's nothing more. That's it.
There's nothing else there.
Nothing else there. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
0-3. LCLC.
Wolf says it's funny as fuck. His parents are hilarious. You know, the mom annoyed me. Because one of the things I can never really like that annoys me in any show, or especially sitcoms, are over the top characters. It's like the reason I could never watch Martin. Like I could never get into watching Martin back in the 90s when it was popular. It's because he just was unbelievable to me. It was an over the top character that I just couldn't buy into.
What's Martin?
Martin Lawrence, the Martin Show.
Oh.
I couldn't get into that. He was just over the top. And whenever I see a sitcom, especially with an over the top character, it's hard for me to really get into it. And that was the thing with Everybody Hates Chris, is I like the show, but sometimes the mom annoyed the fuck out of me, because sometimes her character was this, good mom, loving, caring, wanting to help, made some good jokes every now and then. But then sometimes the mom was this crazy, unhinged wife, woman, and wouldn't be listened to, couldn't come to reason, and she would just be like extra, like 10 times extra. No one's like that in life, no one.
So did you not watch Urkel and all that?
Yeah, I was younger back then. When that show was on, I was younger back then, and I wasn't a big fan of the show, Family Matters, but I'd watch it every now and then. But as I grew, tastes change and your tolerance becomes slightly different. But my hair is all messed up. I didn't do nothing with my hair today. Push it back. There we go. That doesn't look as bad. Gotta push back the hair. Johnny says TD was a huge Family Matters fan. He's downplaying it. Maybe. Let's see. My sitcom back then, 90s? I don't know. I don't even remember what was on a sitcoms in the 90s.
To say, there was probably a period where I didn't watch a lot of black comedy.
Okay.
Because I watched Cosby, I watched Good Times, and then I'm trying to think, then after Cosby, I used to watch Blackish, sorry.
Okay, that's like 20 years later.
And I one of the guys, the Wayne brothers.
Yeah.
One of them had a sitcom, a family sitcom.
Yeah, I kind of remember it. It didn't last that long, did it? I don't remember.
Because I went through a period of the Friends, the Modern Family, in terms of comedy. I didn't watch a lot of, and that's also when I started getting away from regular television.
Yeah.
Like NBC, ABC, and going towards cable.
Yeah.
And more drama.
Johnny says he's seen my Urkel collection.
I've never watched.
Did I do that?
Yeah, like the
Fresh Prince
of Bel-Air.
Yeah, that was another thing. I could never really get into the Fresh Prince that much. I'd watch a few episodes here and there, but I couldn't really get into it. It's just some of the episodes. It would just, there's this weird thing that sitcoms tended to do in the 90s. They would either be three types of sitcom episodes. There would either be the fun, let's get away with this, or we got to deal with this problem, this funny situation, and then they deal with it. Situation comedy, right? And then there would be the, oh, this is a serious thing that's happened. How are we going to deal with it? What lesson are we going to learn from it in a humorous way? Situation comedy, And then there was just the outrageous slapstick situation comedy. And it seemed like a lot of the situation comedies, their episodes vacillated between those three in the 90s. So I skipped a lot of sitcoms in the 90s. for that reason. How old I sound right now. Wolf says Seinfeld, Frasier, and Saved by the Bell were some I watched.
Yeah,
I wasn't
like
allowed
Seinfeld.
too much black programming, although I loved In Living Color.
Oh yeah, anything comedy, Mad TV, In Living Color.
Yeah.
I watched SNL.
Yeah.
I never got into the Drew show.
Yeah.
Drew Carey.
Oh, Drew Carey. Yeah.
I never got
Drew.
into that, which I thought
Oh, it was a good
I
show.
liked it.
Sometimes. Johnny says I loved Saved by the Bell.
What?
Did you hear that? What is his name? Mark Glossier, the guy that played Zach. Like, if you hear him talk about Saved by the Bell, there's a really funny story where he talks about how he was, kind of had an interesting relationship with that show because he knows that show really brought him to fame, and he's grateful for that. But then he heard of this YouTuber or someone who wrote an article or made a video or something like that explaining how Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell was kind of a dick.
Oh.
And they kind of like gave all these like examples, and it affected him so much that now like he looked back on it and he's now like, you know what? Zach was kind of a dick, They brought up like episodes where he turned down, he wouldn't talk to this girl because she was in a wheelchair, or tried to pit the two girls, pit the two main girls against each other so that he would get the best date at the end, that kind of thing, and it just tainted the way he saw his own character that he played after that. He just says he can never look at it the same anymore.
He thought all this time that he was a good guy.
Yeah, he was an asshole to Screech all the time. Right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. The boy had superpowers.
On the show?
He could stop time. But he never used it. He never played into it. Because he would be going through an episode, and then all of a sudden everyone would freeze, and he would turn towards the audience and make some kind of remark at the audience, break the fourth wall, stuff like that. So he not only character could stop time, but also knew that he was in a sitcom, right? And yet still did all this bullshit with his friends. Like, didn't use his powers to help his friends or himself or in any kind of way, except if it was for himself sometimes. So, yeah, that's funny. Zach was a dick. Lose my voice a little bit. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, Zach was a dick. Oh, you did see that? Johnny says, I did see that YouTube video. It's like, no wonder Screech ended up doing porn. Zach is being a dick the whole time.
Did any of you guys listen to Howard Stern?
Oh yeah, Tam is sad because what was the guy's name? Ronnie?
Ralph.
Ralph died from the
Ralph
Howard Stern
died.
show.
He's 58 years old.
And she's sad because he died lonely without a love. And Tam wishes that everyone could have the love that she and I have. Because it's so special. A love that was meant for the ages. But no, yeah, did you guys know that? Ralph from the Howard Stern show. Was it Ralph? Yeah, Ralph. Ralph is Howard's friend. Wasn't he the hairdresser or something?
He was the stylist stylist to him.
Yeah, stylist, right?
But it was just sad to hear this tribute. He was 16 years old when he first called into the Howard Stern.
Right.
They showed, they listened to his voice. Howard Stern's voice was also different back then. It wasn't as deep.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, my mom really likes you." And he's like a little kid, and he just always was around. But it was just so sad. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm sure he was going through on his own.
Yeah.
But it makes me sad to hear the tributes and hear people talk about stories and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, it is sad. It's sad when people die, especially people that you entertained you. Yeah. Dax, it's not time yet. Dax is walking around because he thinks it's time to eat. It's not time yet. Lay down. No, it's not time. He's looking at me like, is it time to eat yet? No, it's not. Go lay down and wait. Oh, man. Oh, what else did I hear? There was something I heard about. What was it? I can't remember. It was really interesting. I don't remember. Oh, so is Lola, Wolf's dog. Time to eat. Yeah, they know. They'll tell you when. Can't be late.
Wolf, are you still making Lola her food, or are you back to kibble or whatever?
Was he ever making food for her?
Yeah, he made her with rice.
Did not
Remember
know
one time I saw him feeding her? And
Right,
I was like,
right. I believe you. Hey, Johnny, how's Costco going? You still doing that thing? Wolf says she will just look at it. Yeah. The God, I wish I could remember what that thing was that I was going to talk about. Yeah, I really got to write this stuff down. That's the only way I'm going to remember was I really got to write this stuff down. Things to bring up during the live stream. I honestly didn't think we would live stream today because I thought Tamara would be too busy.
Yet?
I deleted it.
How come?
I looked at it briefly and then just deleted it because I'll probably never use it.
You want to give it a try, huh?
Are you going to give it a try? Okay, then tell me about it after you give it a try. We want to hear about it.
Shut up. You're like making fun of me.
How? What?
I know.
What are you talking about? You obviously have an interest in it. Let us know how it works.
Well, okay, here's my question. Have you ever wanted to get into journaling?
I used to do journaling.
Okay, why did you stop?
Because I forgot that I was journaling.
Okay, did you enjoy it?
And then I just got out of the habit.
Like it? Did you like going back to it? And
there were periods in my life where I enjoyed it, yeah. I have some journals still. I have my journals from when I lived in South Dakota. My mom is an avid journaler.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's one of the things is that when she dies, there should be stacks of journals. She was writing in her journal when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure she still does today. Johnny says, Costco is good. I think they're going to keep me, but fingers crossed.
Oh, so you were hired for seasonal.
Yeah.
And then with the optional, we might keep you. Do they have, I guess my question is, do they have some spots open? You got in.
Don't bother her. Sorry. It's a cat thing.
Let's show.
You show him. You have to unplug the cord.
Okay. So, our cat. We used to have this towel over. And then I thought I'd stick this in here, and now she's sitting in it. Because her hair gets all over. She would climb under the towel to create a dome. And I was going to try to give her a dome, but I know it's going to be hard for her to get in. So now she's checking out.
She's laying on top of it.
Which is fine. They'll save the damn cushion from getting all dirty.
Damn cushion getting all dirty. That's funny. Oh, I told Tam I think we might have to go to the movies pretty soon. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Godzilla -1. Like, you know how people are describing it? You know how people are describing Godzilla -1? I've never heard a Godzilla movie described in this way. They're describing it as a war movie. That what it actually is, that it's not really about Godzilla as much as it is about the people that were affected by it. And, there's a plot that runs through it about survival, and about the emotional, devastation that on the people that a creature like Godzilla would create.
It's a drama?
Yes.
It's a drama. Wow.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's a
serious movie. It's
a serious movie. Yeah, it's getting. I'm serious. It's getting Oscar buzz. It is right now. Like I said, from what I understand, it only cost $15 million to make, and they've made something like 100 times that now, or something like that. Like they're saying it's really good, so I've definitely got my interest in it. Matthew says, I really want to see that movie. Yeah, it looks good.
Let's go.
We got tickets?
We got tickets.
We'll have to plan something. We can all go. Let's see it. I'm a big Godzilla fan of all the different genres. It's something about, I don't know what it is, but something about Godzilla and the whole, stories, and for the different, it doesn't matter. The goofy Godzillas to the savior Godzillas to the monster Godzillas. I don't know, something about it has always entertained me. And but they're saying Godzilla -1 is just a different animal. A different movie. So we're probably gonna go see that. Looks good.
But how good is the budget? I mean, like the animation and all that.
No, you should see it. It looks really good.
The question: how do you do it for that less? No main actor.
Yeah.
It's all CGI. A lot of it's CGI.
No. Well, I mean, a lot of it's, of course, some CGI in it, but a lot of practical effects. Yeah, I don't know how they did it for that amount of money. But yeah, that was the production cost. So, and there's just a lot of buzz around it. Like people are like there's you can watch TikToks of people are doing like before they watch the movie and after they watch the movie, and the people are shook after they watch the movie.
Really?
Like there are people like they will admit, like grown men admitting, I cried at the end. Like it's emotionally wrecking, they say. So I gotta see it. Gotta see it now. It holds my interest. All right, guys, it's time to close things down. Time to come to an end. Been grateful to have you all here. I know it's been a short time, but Friday we'll be back. I believe Tam is working from home that day. Are you remote working that day, Tam? Well, if she is or not, we'll be back on Friday. I might do some gaming streaming tomorrow, see how I feel. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here with us. Tam, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. And remember, as always, between now and the next time we see each other, go out there and commit some acts of kindness for me, all right? Do something nice for someone. Open a door. Give someone a deserved compliment. Make someone's day. Give someone the little bit of buffer they might need in that day. You never know. Be helpful. Be kind. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.